Chinatown food in Malaysia.
The good and the weird.
We've actually been to Chinatown in Malaysia. If you want to check out our Kuala Lumpur travel vlogs, link in the description.
And it's always interesting to see Chinatowns in different countries because obviously they got their own flair to them. And a lot of them do tend to have a lot of weird foods as well. So that'll be cool to see. And Malaysia has a huge Chinese population, especially KL. What type of culinary influence is that going to have on the country then?
Balls? Are there going to be ball soup?
Like Manila.
We'll see. Let's check this out. Hope you guys enjoy. Here we go.
The challenge in my job right now is to not eat every dumpling on this plate in this video.
Oh.
We're taking on...
We bought a Ramly burger in that market, or just outside of it.
We did.
Street food.
And pastries.
Yeah.
In Malaysia's Chinatown. But first, let's back up. Malaysia has a Chinese population of over 22%. Chinese folks have a strong culture and especially a strong culinary identity, and that can be seen here and throughout the country. Last time I came here, it was 6 years ago. At that time, I made a video called 5 Must-Try Foods of Chinatown. Were they really must-try foods? No, they were just the first 5 places I saw. This time, I'm gonna go to 6 random places. I hope you're excited. I hope you're ready. Let's check out Chinatown.
Very honest.
Random zoom in at the end.
Sounds like us.
Boom,
we just walked the street, then we're like, that looks interesting.
All right, let's go.
This location right here, they are serving porridge and also noodles. This is what I love about Asia. You can have noodles any time of the day. This place is called Yui Ki Chi Chung Fun, and I can't wait to have some fun. Let's go in and see what it's all about. Hi there, my name is Sunny. Are you the owner here?
Yes.
How long have you had the stall here?
80 years.
80 years? You don't look a day over 70.
I mean, from my grandparents' time, I'm the 3rd generation.
That makes a lot more sense. Are rice noodles a common breakfast here in Chinatown or in Malaysia?
For Chinese, it's considered as a traditional breakfast.
Can you tell me how you make it?
We serve with gravy or soya sauce. Very simple breakfast.
So everything starts right here with the rice noodles. Oh my gosh, then they get chopped up, chuck those on a plate, and that is our carby base. From here, they're getting drizzled with garlic and onion oil. Here we have a spicy chili sauce and a signature sweet sauce, pickled green chilies, and finally sesame seeds. Let's go try it out. The only thoughts I have
How would you feel about just waking up and eating spicy for breakfast?
Yeah, true. That is a very, very interesting, just at least for us, upset your stomach the rest of the day.
I like separating flavors for different meals. Whereas a lot of places in Asia, or at least Southeast Asia and China apparently, they seem to have like the same flavor set throughout the day.
Yeah, that's true. And it's mixing sweet, salty, spicy.
Yeah, it's like all at once. It's interesting.
And it's quite carb heavy. For me, I prefer a few eggs for breakfast. What I like here is it's all about flavor. Obviously, the rice noodles alone have no flavor, but she's put a couple of powerful sauces on here. I'm gonna try the pickled pepper first.
That'd be quite a strong
it's like a Chinese
flavor.
pickled jalapeno. It's got a little bit of heat, but a little bit sweet, a little bit pickle at the same time. From here, we are gonna destroy this masterpiece and mix all these elements together. Look how soft and delicate these noodles are. Let's throw it back. Cheers. These are very nice noodles. Immediately
quite
you're
the
hit with
noise.
this amazing flavor of the sesame seeds. It's toasty and delicious, and then after that, the heat hits you. It's really a straightforward food. I'm sure there are people that come here every day, they get this, they go about their day. Do you have people who get this every day?
My sister.
So I pressed her, and she couldn't really think of anybody who comes here every day. Oh, and then she said her sister does. Haha, correct. These are wonderful. This is just the start. Let's keep moving. Aside from noodles, a second favorite breakfast in these parts is porridge. And here, they have every kind of porridge you can imagine, and even a few you could never imagine. Let's go over here and take a look at the menu. First of all, you can just get plain old congee if you want. Nobody would ever do that. Let's go through the congee varieties that they have here. Fresh, raw fish porridge. That looks like sashimi, it is, but you can put it inside a porridge too. They have crispy innards porridge. They have homemade pork ball porridge, tender drumstick, salted egg, century egg, and then this right here, fresh frog porridge. Let's go in the kitchen and see how it's made. The first thing I see right here is a giant vat of porridge. Look at this big, beautiful cauldron of porridge. That is our canvas, and we're gonna...
We tried porridge in Taiwan, and we didn't put anything in it.
Yeah, so it had no flavor.
It literally tasted like nothing.
Yeah, if anything, it tasted like a little like... I don't know how you describe it. It had a weird dryness. Not dryness. I don't know.
It was like, tasted like water. Like, I feel like if you just like mixed water with like some flavorless like flour or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
It was interesting because it's kind of like a thing, like a vehicle for your flavored food, but rice has flavor.
Yes. And so this is like the watered down version of rice. And you forgot to mention, we got it at McDonald's in Malaysia as well.
Oh, we did.
A little
Delicious.
side dish of porridge.
It's an interesting one. I'd be curious to try like a full flavored version.
Build on top of that. Right here we have our frog in a package. Looks like it's ready to be smuggled across the border or something. So the wok is being fired up immediately. Right here we have ginger, chili, and she just squirts some oil in there too. Then she's got her package of frog meat. That hits the pan. Give it a little bit of a mix in the wok. Oh wow, the spice, I smell it from here.
Those must be some big frogs.
Fish broth going
So
in. That will
pretty
pair
big
beautifully
legs.
with our swimming frog. Here they have kind of a thick soy sauce and a chili sauce and even more spicy sauce.
It's a lot of sauce.
Look at this, it's getting caramelized and beautiful. It's dark in color. Boom, toss in the spring onion. Alas, she's putting it on our plate. Pair that with some congee and we're ready to go. Meal number 2 coming in at $6.
Not too bad
Here we have the
looking.
congee with sesame oil on top to give it a little bit of flavor. Over here we have our frog and a delicious sauce that she's made from a combination of many different ingredients. The woman back there is very charming. She's a nice lady. She seemed like she could speak English well. And then when I asked her some questions, she said,
Hi Vietnamese.
"You're Vietnamese? Oh, xin chào."
Xin chào.
I wish I learned Vietnamese. I want to try just some of the congee alone. Actually pretty good. Savory, delicious, smoky from that sesame oil. Uh-oh, car. Will they get through? Very nice. I'm very impressed with
When-
people's driving skills here. All right, right here we
when
have
the
our
cars
frog.
come through
I
the
couldn't really
market.
see how the frog was sorted out. Like, which pieces of frog do I have? This is probably a pelvis. I'm gonna munch the little bit of frog meat on there.
It looks
It's
so
so soft and tender. It's something between chicken and fish. That's what everybody says, and they
Chicken
said
and
that
fish.
because it's true.
It's an amphibian. It basically
Absolutely
is.
delicious.
true.
The sauce on here is incredible. It is super salty and very spicy too. So now we're gonna take our frog and other accoutrement, move it into the congee, and that's gonna flavor that even more. Let's mix that up. Cheers. Oh, it's so good. It's heartwarming. It's full of flavor. If you're somebody who wants to expand your food eating horizon, start with frog legs. It's like an entryway food to get you to more extreme stuff, like how cigarettes are a gateway drug to heroin, I guess. So that
Fair
is frog
enough.
porridge. Let's keep moving.
That is interesting. The congee thing is interesting. It's like basically like a. I don't even because you would call a curry a thick soup. I was gonna say
Yeah.
thick soup, but that's basically what a curry is. So that's like a.
Also, what if it's just a soup that's thick? Would you call that a curry too? I don't know exactly. It's like dumplings. Like, what's the difference between a palemi, a mandu, a gyoza? It's just the country you're in.
Yeah, and the shapes, I guess sometimes.
Could that be considered a curry?
Or a soup, or is it a rice that's poured with water? I don't know. I don't know.
Mangosteen, 1 kilo for 10 RM.
Welcome to nasi campung.
That's not
That
bad.
means mixed rice. Where's the rice? So they keep the rice safe back here. Oh my God.
That's
a
What? Look how
lot.
much rice that is. I mean, there's no room for anything else. I'm gonna
Yeah, they're making sure you don't get your value out of everything else. They fill you with the rice.
put
Yep.
that down and get another plate. Let's go through what they have here. First of all, shrimp. We've got a fish head and then
In the
fish
shell.
body parts right here. This is something called ketchup chicken. You may remember last time I worked with Guga from Guga Foods, he dry aged a steak in ketchup for a month and it tasted interesting.
That can't be good.
This, well, it's not exactly the same type of ketchup. It's not exactly dry aged, but I can't resist something called ketchup chicken. That looks real nice. Right here we have unripe jackfruit. That is like these big blocky pieces. But then there's also chicken feet in there too. I love this. It's
Oh,
something new and
perfect
beautiful.
combo.
Oh man, look at this. The sauces are mingling. It's hard to keep them separated. Okay, I'm back to the rice plate. Right here they have something called tempeh. This is fermented bean curd. Let's see how fermented it
Wow,
actually
this is
tastes.
some
I'm gonna taste
really
some of
interesting
that.
stuff.
That should be enough for one round. I hope. How much is all of this? 12. Really? So that's about $2.50 for everything you see here. That's
Two
wild.
plates, 2 full plates. Wow.
Right here, they brought me some tea. Psych, it's not tea. This is for washing your hands, nice and clean. Right here, the tempeh. This is fermented bean curd. There's a beautiful red color to it. It looks crazily spiced, and it's not meat. It's vegetarian, folks. Let's try it out. It has a great texture, wonderful spices and flavor.
Can you imagine if they brought us that teapot? We'd be like pouring it in a cup.
And drinking it, they'd be like,
It's just water. Why is it water? It would happen for
it
sure.
would 100% happen.
there, a little bit spicy. It tastes like Korean red chili paste, but very different from a tofu. It has a much meatier texture to it. If for some reason you have to not eat meat, that would be a decent option, at least for a day. So right here we have our ketchup chicken, but this is not made with tomato ketchup. This is made with a dark soy ketchup. That's what I'm told. I mean, look at the color on there. Wow.
So what does soy ketchup mean?
Don't put this in your Tupperware. It's going to be stained for life. Let's try it out.
What is a ketchup?
Thought it was
it's so greasy.
tomato.
It's super salty and super sweet. Amazing flavor. I'm going to take the rest of this apart, lap it up in that sauce. The chicken is not hot. In fact, all this food is going to hang out here on the sidewalk all day. But since it's been sitting out for a while, the texture is very dense, but I still like it. It's kind of like leftover chicken. You know how leftover food sometimes is even better, especially if you have a hangover? Sadly, I don't have a hangover. Wait, but I could get one tomorrow. Right here, our final food. This is the unripe jackfruit. If you've never seen a jackfruit, this is what a jackfruit looks like. And when it's unripe, you can actually eat everything inside, not just the fruity part, and that's what this is. It's like between a potato and a lotus root. The texture is unlike anything else you've ever had. It's right on the border of being uneatable, but then it's pleasant at the same time.
Oh.
And it's just taking a bath in this coconut sauce. It's so coconutty, so flavorful. And then right here, look at this, tragic. Every chicken foot has had a manicure. Oh wait, not this one. Look, you can still see the toenail there. I mean, you gotta clean them real good if you're gonna have the toenail still on there. You can see it just comes apart pretty easily. Chicken thumb. I'm being honest here, not a lot of flavor. It's mostly just gelatinous and gooey. All in all, this is a very cool way to experience street food in Malaysia. They have about 25 options there. You just go one by one, pick them out, go to your table, see what you like, see what you don't like. It is perfection. That's course 3. Let's keep moving.
The jackfruit thing sounds so interesting.
The way he described it wasn't pleasant, but he also said it was pleasant.
We were just in Sabah, and in Sabah, I went to the chicken and rice shop, which, you know, famous Malaysian chain, and I got a mushroom dish, and it came with a mushroom on top. And I don't really like mushrooms, so I pushed it to the side, but I was like, I'll try to cut it in half and see. I couldn't cut it in half with the fork. It was so hard, I couldn't even do it.
Like dry hard, or?
It was wet. It was covered in the thing, but when I tried to like push it down to cut it, it was like this big, like about this big black mushroom. And I tried to cut it in half, and it would not break. And I was like, how would you eat this?
There's definitely some foods out there where you're just like, oh, you can eat that? And then to a certain point, you end up asking by the end, why?
Yeah, it seems like I would be chewing that thing for literally an hour if I couldn't cut it with a fork. There's your story of the day.
We have come to our next location. This is Lai Fung beef noodle, and it looks amazing. I saw in the back they have baskets and baskets of beefy ingredients, and right here they have the menu. Luckily, it's in English. First of all, they have tripe, they have beef balls, they have beef lean meat. What part is that? They have beef leaf tripe noodles. They also have beef tendon, brisket, and then you can just get everything together, and that is what I plan to do right here. Let's go inside and see how it's made. Right here, all these bowls ready to go out. He's making several bowls at one time and then putting in that beautiful beef broth. It looks incredible. They've got like an assembly line going. They're moving so quickly. Hello, ma'am. Could I, oh, hi. Could I order some noodles? Could I please have the wheat noodle?
Yes.
And then all the beef parts. Boom, everything starts right here with the wheat noodle. It looks kind of like spaghetti. It might be spaghetti. Step 1, blanch the noodles. Dump it out. Step 2, we've got 2 different types of sauce going in. We've got some meat he's just heated up. We've got some greens going in too. And then the broth. Oh, that looks glorious. So right here we have the tripe, and then I believe that is a tendon over there. He's getting piles of that, putting it in the spoon, and he's gonna get that hot with the broth. Bring those organs back to life and throw them in the bowl. Now we've got some lean beef meat over here, a couple of meatballs, and that goes in the bowl as well. Look at this bowl. It is just magical. You can just taste it through the camera, I swear. It looks incredible. Let me get some of that broth. Broth is legit. Fatty, savory, salty. Tastes like perhaps there were some boiled bones in there, and MSG too. I like it.
Boiled
I think
bones.
I made a mistake with my noodle choice. They
That
look
would be
slightly like egg
unfortunate.
noodles. I love egg noodles. These are not egg noodles. These are spaghetti. At the last moment, I asked that lady, I go, wait, is that spaghetti?
Yes.
Oh, it's spaghetti. Well, with the Chinese soup? Why? I mean, to me, the spaghetti noodle just feels a little bit cheap, but it's in this glorious, like, royal broth, so it's quite a mixture. Let's try it out. It's not quite like an Italian spaghetti. It's got a little more bite to it. I like it. Let's move on to the meat. Let's start with the tripe. It could be glorious or it could be a mouthful of regret. Cheers. It's a pretty good tripe. Clean, slightly bitter, slightly gamey. Right here, that very lean
Bitter
beef.
and
Try that
gamey.
out. Soft, tender, delicious, beautiful. Love it. There's so much in here. Balls. Oh my God, I've never seen beef balls so small. Processed in all the right ways. Very well seasoned. This is what I'm most excited about right here. The beef tendon. I'm a huge fan of beef tendon unless they haven't cooked it enough. It's got to be gelatinous. It's got to be gooey. It's got to be falling apart in your mouth. And if they don't boil it enough, it's going to be a little bit hard and kind of like chalky. Let's see which one this is.
Chalky.
Right on the edge. I like it when it's boiled a little bit longer. It's a little bit more gooey, but it is some very respectable tendon. Very nice indeed. It's a good bowl of noodles. I'm kind of surprised because
$6.
that frog porridge was also $6. And that was like tiny little pieces of frog. This is a lot of beef, an incredible treat for $6,
That's true.
and a shining example of what you can get here in Chinatown. I love it. We have reached our next destination right behind me, Mi Tariq. Mi means noodle and Tariq means pull. It's a pulled noodle shop, but they're doing so much more than that. Let's go inside and I'll show you.
Is it good?
Right here we have knife cut noodles. It looks amazing.
Whoa.
Look at this. He's got a big glob of floury dough here, and then he just goes strand by strand, launching them into this hot water below.
Pretty cool to see.
Right now he's cutting some more dough for hand-pulled noodles. You're gonna see it right here. Customers, as they walk in, they can see this show live and in person. Every time he pulls the noodles, it is multiplying them by 2. It's 8, then it's 16, then 32, and then I lose track after that.
He doesn't know his Minecraft numbers.
Come
Amazing
on.
skill. They both
Wow.
are so satisfying to watch. I might have to get both. Should I get hand-pulled or knife cut? See? He's like, I don't know what the f you're saying. Look, sir. Boom, put her there. I'm very excited to show you the stuff happening in the front of the house here. A giant dumpling cooking machine. Look at these hand-crimped dumplings. He's got
My
some over
gosh,
here
that's a
too.
big
2
machine.
flavors, chicken and beef, and they look delicious. Over here they have a large pancake. There's so many options. The smells in here, the aroma, it's amazing. I'm definitely gonna get some dumplings too. He just keeps pointing to food and showing me different stuff. Right here, he just cut one in half. This looks like a little stuffed chive pancake.
Whoa, that looks good.
If you hate chives, you will hate this. That's all it is. It's just pure oniony, chivey flavor. I love it.
Oh.
All right, guys, I've opted for the knife-cut noodles. Right now they are cooking, and he's getting ready to pull them out. Here they go in the bowl, sliding right
Those
in.
look
Right here,
good.
we have the broth.
they look like they're nice
Beautiful.
and
Boom, some greens go on top.
gelatinous.
Hit it with a little bit of beef. And then this looks like a chili oil. My
Oh.
God, that could kill an elephant. Yeah, nice and spicy. Guys, this looks incredible. Let's start with the dumplings. These ones are filled with beef. Let's try it out. I'm in heaven, man. It doesn't get better than that. A thick, delicious wrapper on the outside, crunchy on one side, chewy on the other side, then just an explosion of greasy, beefy flavor on
That
the
was
inside. Super spiced, but not spicy. If you want the heat, come over here. This is Szechuan pepper chili oil.
Uh-oh.
Very acceptable, not that brutal. And they've got some vinegar in there too. Let's move over to the noodles. Right here, that Szechuan chili pepper oil, knife cut noodles, beef, and then a delicious broth. Let's try some of that broth. Oh yeah, super savory, salty, fatty. Oh, some of that chili oil is leaking in now. I feel like my throat starts to close. Let's mix this all
Oh,
together.
no.
I want to get that chili oil everywhere. Let me hit some of this beef. Cheers. It tastes like brisket, but not smoked. After a couple of minutes, the heat is just like a radiant glow that starts to build up from your core to your extremities. Let's dive in for some of those noodles. I've not had a lot of knife-cut noodles, and I just love the skill of this man chopping away at
I like
that
the way
big
it
brick of
flies
dough.
off.
Cheers.
It's satisfying.
It's big, it's thick, there's a lot to it. That noodle's got some bite, that's for sure. Man, the whole dish is just a punch to the face. This is the Mike Tyson of cuisine coming at you with an uppercut. That
that's
was
good.
amazing. Maybe I should pack it in. I don't think we're gonna do better than this.
The Geometric Tower.
Boom, guys,
That's
that
our
is
name for it.
5 locations and 6 foods. We did more foods than last time. I ate so much food, and I was gonna eat more food, except I got full. What are you gonna do? I gotta save room for beer later tonight. Anyways, before we go, I wanna say huge thanks to this guy. This side. A huge thank you to Wyman right here. He has been the man behind the camera, the man orchestrating this whole Malaysia trip for us. You can support Wyman by going to his food truck. It is called
Tang's laksa.
Dang laksa. Ever had laksa? I still have never had laksa.
Next round, man.
Next time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, guys, that is it for this one.
You never had laksa?
The
Well,
food guy?
guess who did?
Go check it out on a travel vlog channel.
Heck yeah.
If it's up, it'll be up very soon if it's not.
Yes. Well, those looked like there were some things that I'd be like, maybe not, and other things I was like, ooh, I'd try that.
I would try them if there was none of the spicy bit to it.
Come on.
Recently, I have succumbed to just being terrible at dealing with spice. So a lot of them did look very tasty.
It's only one way to improve that, you know.
Drinking the chili oil
Get the spiciest food at every restaurant, and then you'll get used to it.
2 weeks straight.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.